now is the COVID-19 situation. New cases may hit 7,000 on this Friday, but some experts are forecasting that number may double in a month or so, with the Lunar New Year holiday coming up at the end of January, as well as the increasingly rapid spread of Omicron.
Now, to fill you in on the details and more updates, we have our reporter Kim Yeon-seung here in the studio with us. Good morning, Yeon-seung.
Good morning.
So, Yeon-seung, like authorities had already said that cases may reach the 7,000 mark today. How likely do you see that happening?
It seems very likely. Up to 9 p.m. Thursday, South Korea reported 5,980 new cases. When the total tally is rounded up, another 1,000 cases may be added and may reach that 7,000 mark. Gyeonggi-do province also hit a fresh high in their 9 p.m. tally and stood at 1,930. They actually reported a record daily case count yesterday, more than 2,400. So we'll see if that region hits another record high in their caseload. Authorities say that all this could potentially mean a fifth wave.
Now, we briefly touched upon it in the introduction, but what are the longer-term projections looking at? Because they don't sound very pretty at all.
Right, so numbers could spike up to 10,000 or to 15,000 in a day in just a month if the country fails to contain the virus. This is according to the Central Disease Control Headquarters. Especially with the Lunar New Year's holiday coming up, it remains absolutely critical to curb the spread during this busy holiday and one that usually sees big family gatherings and cross-country travel.
So, Yeon-seung, you've mentioned that authorities are planning to shift into the different virus response phase. When do you see that happening?
It seems very soon, most likely. Authorities did say last week that they'll pivot into a new virus response when daily cases hit 7,000. But on Thursday, they adjusted and said that this plan will go into action when the daily average reaches 7,000. They haven't yet given a clarification on the specifics in terms of the time frame for calculating the average. But authorities did say they'll announce the details today, so hopefully that will clear up any confusion. Stay tuned to Arirang News because we'll bring you the updates as soon as we can. Also, according to health authorities, the new virus response plans to be faster and more efficient. This new response system will expand at-home recovery, rope in local doctors to help with testing and treatment, and shorten the number of days in isolation. The plan focuses on maximizing efficiency on prevention and treatment while using the current capacity that we have to battle the expected surge of Omicron infections.
And Yeon-seung, just update us on Pfizer's oral COVID-19 treatment. It's been in South Korea for around a week now.
Right, so health authorities will update us on that today as well. They last filled us in on Wednesday and said that only 39 people had been administered the pill last weekend from Friday to Sunday. That's a pretty low figure, especially considering that the health authorities' original plan was to prescribe the pill to 1,000 people a day from their stock of 21,000 courses. Doctors on the COVID frontline said that they find it rather difficult to prescribe the pill for patients because there are so many medications that are not recommended for use alongside Paxlovid. So we'll see in Friday's announcement if health authorities have kicked up a notch the usage of Paxlovid on the COVID-19 front lines.
So what about other kinds of treatments? Are they ramping up other treatments because considering the fact that Paxlovid is not used as much as we expect?
Right, so health authorities are expanding the use of remdesivir. The Ministry of Food and Drug Safety granted emergency use of remdesivir, which is an antiviral medication made by Gilead, a biopharmaceutical company, to patients with mild to moderate symptoms of COVID-19. These patients also have to be aged 12 and over and weigh at least 40 kilograms. This intravenous treatment used to be only administered to critically ill patients, but health authorities widened the use to prevent mild cases developing into severe illnesses. They felt confident enough to make this change after reviewing results of clinical trials and by looking at precedents set in Europe.
Right, Yeon-seung, thank you so much for your reports throughout the week. We'll see you in the studio again on Monday.